guys, welcome back to the channel for night number 3 of the Wingless A-Class Clash. Last 2 nights we've made the feature, finished 13th on Thursday night, finished 15th last night. Top 3 on each night locked themselves into tonight's A main, so those 6 spots are spoken for. Now we have to decide the final 14 spots in this feature at the end of the night. So far things aren't really looking good for us. The track's pretty heavy, pretty hooked up, and I start 9th in the first heat race, so it might be pretty difficult for us to make something happen here, but we're gonna hope for the best and see what we can do here. There's not a whole ton of like real heavy hitters in my group, but there's a couple of them. But starting all the way back in 9th, I think I can make some moves since there's not very many heavy hitters in it. I'm gonna go up and watch hot laps and see if the track continues to slick off a little bit. Like I said, it was pretty hooked up, so I'm hoping I get up there and I notice that it's pretty slicked off, but we'll see. We're gonna need it to do something if we're gonna move forward in this heat race right here, I think. Everything I had, and we made our way up to 5th. Not a super good run for us, but I don't really know that I could have done a whole lot different. The car felt good on the bottom and the top. I passed cars both on the bottom and the top, and we went forward, but the track had just been prepped. We were the very first heat race out. I don't know that there was a lot that I could have done there. The only thing that I really feel like I could have done different was maybe gone right up to the top at the very beginning of the race. There was one guy that got around me on the top before I went up there, and he drove away from me, and he actually got 1 or 2 more spots out of it. So if I would have just been at the top before he got to me, I think I could have held on to that spot, and then I think I maybe could have gotten up there, run down the leader guys, and maybe had something for a couple more spots. But I did what I could do. Now we just wait and see what that gives us for qualifiers. I'm thinking we might be just outside top 5 for qualifier start. Now tonight they will take top 2 from the qualifiers, lock those guys straight into the A main, and then 3rd through 6th in the qualifier will go to a last chance qualifier, and they'll take top 4 out of the LCQ. So our night is far from over. We've still got racing to do, but we're not in as good a shape as we have been the past couple nights, I'll put it that way. But I'm gonna go watch the track. Once I have an update for you guys, I'll be back with you. Really quick, just about to go out for qualifiers. We start 8th in the qualifier. We're in the first one out. They just re-prepped the track, but they didn't touch it too much. So we gotta make it up to 6th to continue our night. I think we can do that. If we make it up to 2nd, then we're locked in the show. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys after the race. Well, guys, I gotta be honest, I'm really not happy at all about what is going on tonight. 9th to 5th in the heat race, I wasn't good enough to make it to a really good starting spot in the qualifier, and then started the qualifier 8th. We missed it on the cameras, I'm sorry about that. Started 8th, made my way up to 5th, so passed some cars, but cars in front of, and I had the car set up good, I felt like, but cars in front of us were good too, and it just wasn't enough to get to where we needed to be. Ended up 5th. They take 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th to the last chance qualifier. So we've got one more shot. I believe we'll start 11th in the last chance qualifier. I don't know that for sure yet because they haven't posted the lineup. They're not done with qualifiers yet. But I think that's where we're going to start. And they take top 4. So it's going to be a challenge to get there. I definitely think we can still pick off some cars, but it's just, we were just so far behind the 8 ball starting 9th in the first heat race that hit the track tonight that it's kind of thrown a whole wrench in our night, and we're just kind of playing damage control now to see what we can get back. So hopefully we remember to turn the cameras on for the last chance qualifier. Hopefully you guys get to see that. But for right now, I'll just keep waiting on lineups. I think 11th probably, but if that changes, I'll definitely update you guys before the last chance qualifier. Good night for us at US 24 tonight. We made it to the LCQ, which I guess is an accomplishment, but after running and being able to make the feature the last 2 nights, I can't help but feel disappointed with it. We started out behind the 8 ball at the beginning of the night, like I told you guys. Starting dead last in the very first heat race, it killed our night. I mean, that's kind of what you get when you come to these big shows where it's kind of luck of the draw to start out. I mean, we had a car that definitely was good enough to be in that feature. Where it comes down to the draw, there was 15 or 20 other cars that were good enough to be in that feature too. So that's just kind of what you get when you come to these big shows. Sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm telling you, it doesn't hurt any less when it happens. I mean, overall, a decent week for us, a very good week for us, making the show 2 of the 3 nights, but it just really, really sucks that we missed it on the night where it paid $500 to start. So, paid $100 to start both of the last 2 nights, which, I mean, for all the money we had invested, it did not come back to us at all. We lost a lot of money on this trip, and then tore up some more stuff in the LCQ. Got to the bottom going into that first turn, and got myself set up pretty good through there. I felt like I was not making time, but I mean, I was where I needed to be, and then guys on the outside got sideways and tangled up and shot down the track and swiped my right side out. So it didn't hurt too much, I don't think. I think the rear axle's still straight. It got the right side Nerf bar, Jacob's ladder, and the right rear radius rod, and the Heim joint from the torsion arm to the bird cage. So if that's all that got tore up, we're not in too bad a shape. I'm pretty sure the rear axle is straight, so fingers crossed on that one. And really, when I think about it, it's mid-May, and this is the very first time that we've been tore up this season. Like, I know we haven't raced a lot this season. We've had a lot canceled due to weather, but to make it this far into the season and not get tore up, I'd say we can count ourselves lucky overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this weekend of racing. We had a really good time. Tonight it definitely leaves a sour taste in our mouth, but it is what it is. We still had a really good time the first 2 nights, and I feel like we performed really well. So hope you guys enjoyed this weekend. I have to say thanks to Nathan Benson Motorsports, G-Force Chassis, Sherville Suspensions, Porter Steel Buildings, BDI Fabrication, Advantech Dyno Services, AFD Graphics, and everyone else that supports this and makes it possible for us to come to races like this and compete. Also, thanks to all of you guys for following along on the channel. I hope you guys have been enjoying the new content lately. Channel's been doing super well, so I'll take that as a yes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this weekend at US 24 for the all-in transportation Wingless A-Class Clash. And I'll see you guys next weekend. Not for sure where we'll be yet, but I'll definitely see you guys next weekend at some racetrack.
Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.